deep into decentralized finance, you know the feeling.
Oh, yeah.
You're trying to execute a complex strategy, and the interface is just... It feels like it's demanding a PhD in smart contract engineering just to click a button.
And the worst part is, the old tools, like a block explorer, they only confirm your mistake after you've already wasted time and, gas fees.
Exactly. It's a painful learning process.
Well, that's precisely the problem we're going to unpack today with AETHERZone's DeFi Center. This deep dive is all about their guided workflow.
A kind of wizard-style interface, I've heard.
That's a good way to put it. The goal is to demystify these advanced on-chain actions. We're moving away from tools that just show you data and towards something that actually guides you.
Okay, so let's start there. Before we get into the super complex stuff, what's in place to stop those simple but agonizing mistakes?
Safety first, right? The foundation is all about security and making things easier. You have your basic utilities like an instant swap for speed and the rep station.
For converting native Shido, right?
Yep, that handles the Shido conversion. It cuts down on that asset fragmentation that can be so annoying. But the real game changer at this level is the safe transfer utility.
Oh, okay. So this is what tackles that heart-stopping moment where you're pasting in a long address and just praying it's the right one.
It completely eliminates that risk. You're not sending a huge sum to an address that's off by one character.
So how does it do that?
It uses the Shido name service for domain resolution. So instead of that 42-character string, you're typing in a simple domain name. The system validates it before you ever broadcast the transaction.
Wow. So no more crypto heartburn.
None. But that's just the basics. Where this really shines is with the more complicated operations.
You mean concentrated liquidity? The infamous V3 process.
The math homework of DeFi, as some call it.
Yes. It usually demands all these external calculators and spreadsheets just to figure out your ranges.
Exactly, and that's a perfect example. V3 liquidity is all about picking price ranges, which is, it's an exercise in risk analysis. The Liquidity Monitor inside the DeFi Center is a tool built specifically for this.
So it takes away the need for all that manual calculation?
It abstracts it away. It helps you visualize and choose effective ranges and fee tiers, often using historical data to give you context.
So the key is that it's taking this really complex, nonlinear risk calculation and making it digestible.
Right, and it's all right there, centralized in the same place you're tracking your funds. It's a massive workflow improvement, and no more juggling 6 different browser tabs.
Okay, this is where it's really interesting for me. The feature that, separates this from just another DAX front end. We have to talk about simulation mode.
Absolutely. This is the next level. The entire DeFi Center has a toggle. Simulation versus execution.
So it's a sandbox?
A high-fidelity sandbox. You can test out any strategy from a simple swap to a really complex liquidity position without spending a dime on gas or moving any real funds.
What kind of feedback does it give you, though? It can't just be a, yes, this works, or no, it doesn't.
No, it's much more detailed. It validates the exact execution logic. For a V3 position, you'll see predicted impermanent loss, estimated slippage, the yield structure, all based on the current on-chain state.
It's like a flight simulator for your crypto portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
You can practice the complex maneuvers until they feel routine.
That's a perfect analogy. You're practicing surgery on a mannequin before you ever touch the patient. It's about mitigating that execution risk.
So this really does shift the whole paradigm. We're moving from, send it and pray, to having real confirmation before you put capital on the line.
It gives you knowledge and assurance without the financial sting of failure. It turns a scary process into the safest, most guided entry into advanced DeFi.
Which really makes you think.
It does. And this is a question for you, the listener, to mull over. If we can perfectly simulate and practice complex financial moves before committing, what other high-risk areas could use this?
Things like large-scale code deployment or maybe even surgical planning.
Exactly. What other fields could benefit from this kind of pre-execution assurance? It really changes how you think about high-stakes decisions.